Pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium. Yards that time.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught by Pickens. The first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in Week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. But now it'll be 3rd down. And look at this Browns defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop. Held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Come on. Hit. Ready.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll go again with Sanders. There he goes, right side. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 9. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Sanders going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And that's going to be caught for Browns. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Kamara up the middle, muscles him off. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Pickens going in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 8 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Browns 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. That's swung out wide to Sanders. So give him 5 yards there in the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
2nd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down. The Browns had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's a defense you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that's complete to Sanders. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Come on, come on.
The Browns drive about to get started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 10.
Go.
Now back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
79 Broncos. Let go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play. And now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter. But it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Take it at the 37. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
65 catch.
They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. George Pickens, 74 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41. Browns 13.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, They're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tire.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Chiefs 48, Browns 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Rainbow. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let go.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll look to throw again. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Back to throw again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And this one too low.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation